Hello everyone, and welcome to the United States Grand Prix. So it is of course Austin then in Texas, in America, and we're in a Caterham of course for career mode. And we'll see if we can score another couple of points. Pretty much 6th place is already sealed up in the constructors unless Sal have a ridiculously good couple of races, but that'd be very unlikely. Teammate challenge then, still kicking his ass. The only thing he's beating me on is out qualifications. Yeah, just wondering why there's more qualies than races. Of course, we're just done quali, but we haven't done the race. Fair enough. Race strategy then. Starting options, go into primes on lap 6, stick with default, and we're going to stay cautious because that very long back straight, there's going to be a lot of slipstream going on there. Setup wise, still using the full dry quick car setup with once again 2 tweaks, 52/48 on the brakes, and full gear ratios that slant down from the 5th gear. Same as last race, brand new engine as well for this race, the final new engine. To hopefully help me down that long back straight, and the next race is Brazil, and that'll be the final race. This is the penultimate race, and the next race I'm not too worried about the engine so much as this race because it's got such a long back straight. So then, hopefully I can sneak an extra couple of points here. That'd be awesome if I could. Gonna fight for 8th in the Drivers' Championship is what I'm really fighting for now. Grosjean, Button and Perez is who I'm fighting, so I could do with beating all of those guys. Not sure where Grosjean is. Didn't actually see him there, so he's not too far in the front, but he's also nowhere near the back, so should be a chance to beat him, but we'll see. Going straight to Rich then. We're going to build driver zones, we're going to tyre up. Not sure how tyres going to be in this track yet. Trying to balance the throttle usage. Went full throttle a bit early, got a bit of wheel spin, but it's okay. Going to dart over now, get a cheeky bit of whoa, completely my bad. The outside is locked, and that's how to push over there. Got a bad exit there on purpose. Make up for it a bit because that was pretty awful by me. Generally speaking, right on the outside of people now though. I'm going to try and get the inside to this corner because they're going to brake, which they do indeed. Whoa! Whoa! What's going on? Not sure what's going on there. I've got a clonk from the outside. No idea why. Right on the outside of a load of cars. Going to try and dunk the inside of Massa, but no, that would have ended in it. Quite a large crash. Going to cut this guy off, whoever this guy is. As we got to P8 then, bit of a messy start, but I'm not sure what happened. I just randomly got hit when I was pretty much all the way to the outside. Thought I'd dive inside of Massa there, but decided against it because I want the slipstream down this back straight. Bit of curves in the exit, but not going to use too much because I want to just be gaining the slipstream all the way down here. I'm still on Rich, I don't want to be. I'll go to the end of the straight. Yeah, standard sorry at the end of the straight. Bit of curves just to help me get nice and close to him. Hopefully I can get it all stopped, which I can nicely. I'm going to run him out of road. And there we go then, so that's up to P7 now, so solid position. Still a bit worried about that start. That's a bit weird, wasn't it? I'm driving. Maybe to you it was obviously my fault or something. We'll see. And there's a Lotus just ahead. Hopefully that isn't Grosjean. Hopefully Grosjean's already behind me. If that is Grosjean, he will probably overtake me in the constructors because it's very close between me and him. But we'll see how we get on. This corner's so tricky because it's completely unsighted till you get there. You've got to try and brake and turn in. Pretty much guessing where you are. I took too much curb there. Take a bit of curves for the exit here, and Massa's very slow for that last corner for some reason. I still don't know who it is. That Lotus, and they're definitely quicker than me ahead, aren't they? Just pulling away now. So we're not going to be able to get any more positions, I shouldn't think. Hamilton's next, but that's not going to happen, is it? So this will be my finishing position then, provided I can hold on to it, of course. I want to have a look at the tyre, but I'm in a quite a complex set of corners, so can't really do it for now. 2 seconds already to Lewis Hamilton then. Quite a big gap. Straight off the bat. Tyre wear then. Getting there, but mind you, that's only second lap. Tyre wear's quite high, I think. Still got all of my curves left, so I can defend nicely down this straight if I need to, but that's not going to be close enough anyway. Use lots of it. There's not really anywhere else you can use curves effectively. I'll use all of it. Why not? So we've still got +1 of fuel and plenty of fuel on lap 6. Possibly a bit late, that's turn it in early to try and get into the corner. And I'm actually not losing too much time to the guys ahead, am I? I don't know if they're battling or not, but 2.4. I'm using bits to them, but... Oh no, locked me inside there. Got away with it though, somehow. Don't know how I still managed to make that apex. Considering I lifted off the brakes as soon as that happened. But got away with it somehow. This is obviously the sector I'm losing to them in. Looked like I just pulled away quite considerably there. A bit wide. curve as well. On the braking, don't want to be doing that. Let's turn out the corner again to avoid cutting. Should be okay in the straight. Seems to get better exit 2.6, so not too much more actually. DRS is now enabled, so Massa will get DRS on this straight and the long back straight. Turn it in. Power best I can. I find the long gear ratios help quite a bit with traction. It's a lot easier to manage the traction with longer gear ratios. That's a great line through there. Compromising all through this section. I should recover it, but I was slow because of it. There you go, 10th half down on previous. 3 seconds now, Hamilton. So they're gaining kind of a couple of tenths per sector. Those umbrellas, I always think their cars stopped there. Until I realised they're stopped, and then I'm like, well, it's obviously not a car. So again, we'll save all our cars down the straight. Massa will get DRS. No doubt about that. Can't do a lot about that though, too fair. Can use all of my cars. But I'm not. I'm going to save a little bit for the start-finish straight. And I expect he's going to be close to me come the end. Might look far back, but here he comes. Here he comes. Luckily, I was able to defend it. Not luckily, skillfully. Oh, someone's wide there. Rosberg. And I don't think I'm going to be close enough to overtake him. Unfortunately, he went off the track. Cost him a load of time, but I'm not close enough to do anything about it. Nightmare. Could have been another position if I was another second down the road. Just trying to stick with him now if I can, but I can't get the power down. Trying to stick with him, see if I can get DRS. I'm going to go to Rich, but I think it might already be too late, too fair. Pushing, oh, corner cut there, and I might run wide. I do a little bit, but hopefully I get DRS, but I don't think I'm going to. Even if I do, I'm not going to stick with him or anything. No, don't get DRS. Well, that sucked, didn't it? Completely sucked. A good opportunity there to get an extra position, but just wasn't quite close enough to capitalise on his mistake there. Unfortunately, if that happened a couple of laps ago, I would have had him moving a lap ago. There we go. Taking too much curve all over the shop now. Pretty good sector there, was pretty quick through there. It's nice flowing circuit, I really like the circuit. Particularly the first sector, it's an awesome sector, a bit wide. 1.2 to Rosberg, I didn't really lose anything in that first sector there somehow. Brake it late, get it turned in. Bit of wheel spin, got a bit of oversteer there on the exit as well. Use most of my curves again, not quite all of it though, save a little bit for the next DRS straight. Lap 6, and I'm only on standard, so I'm going to have plenty of rich to use towards the end. He's closer than me, but again, not going to be close enough. Bit deep, way deep, right out wide. Managed to get the power down enough to hold Massa off. So only steal 0.9 now to Rosberg, again quite a bit on me. Probably main down that back straight where I know my Caterham is not quick in a straight line, bit wide, never got to my apex. The tyres are starting to go off now, I think. Yeah, they're not great. Should last lap 6 though, as Massa's. That's just his different line he's taken there. He might be having a look to go around the outside of me there, which wouldn't have worked well, and Rosberg's managed to catch right back up to Hamilton. Lots of little corrections there to try and keep the rear end in line. Massa's going to be close come the first corner. Alonso's done a fast start of the race. No, Massa's not going to be close enough. Oh no. No. Got away with that, bit wide, but got away with it. P7's good, I'm happy with P7. As long as I can hold on to it. Oh no, horrible line. Actually got away with it quite nicely. Still lost 3 tenths though. Could have been worse, very wide. Bit of oversteer on the exit. So these rears are not happy, neither is the front left actually, look, they're quite dark. Hopefully they don't go off before I come into the pits. I've got this and one more lap to go. Oh no. Need to not do that, and that's going to allow us to be really close and go to Rich because I've got quite a lot of it left. And look at that, I'm going to have to use all of my curves. He's probably still going to get me. He's very close anyway. Oh no. So I had to feather the steering there to try and stop the rear end from stepping out. Just correcting it before it even needed correcting. So these tyres are now not happy. Look at this. Miles wide. Fortunately, this is the fast right-hander where overtaking is impossible. So I won't pit now because, or will I? Do I pit now? No, I'm not going to. I think I would need to, but I can't afford to because these tyres won't last to the end of the final set, and I should have pitted. They're already pretty much gone off. And that's going to be right on me come the first corner. I'm going to stick to the inside. Hope he doesn't doubt the inside, which he doesn't. Braking quite early to make sure I make the corner because I know these tyres are not happy bunnies. Hulkenberg's actually managed to get past Massa. That's a standard while I can. And even got some wheel spin there in fourth gear over a bump. So this is not good. These tyres are dead. Should have pitted. Should have risked it. Should have risked it. Just could sell my tyres a bit better. They're not completely dead, but they're not great. There we go. Confirmation. Hulkenberg's right behind me, but I'm not going to use any curves because I'll need it for the next straight. Hope he doesn't dive the inside of me here. Which he doesn't. Braking pretty early again because look at this. Look, the rear end's just gone. Wow, I've lost the position down the straight, but I almost guaranteed. Using lots of curves anyways. Try and defend it. Come on. I want to get into his slipstream, but I can't because Massa's there. I'm going to try and dive back up the inside here. It's worked if I can get a stop, but I can't. And they just... Wow, look at that. No rear end at all. And they're touching me. And they're still touching me. I can't get the power down. Look at that. And that's just ridiculous. Rear end's entirely gone. And that's lost me all the positions that I had gained. And now I'm going to have to try and get it. Rear's severely overheating, which is not helping. And I've now lost all the positions. And look at this. Look at that. Completely ridiculous. So yeah, I definitely should have pitted last lap, shouldn't I? Can't even. That's like quarter throttle in fourth. It's just amazing. Well, there we go. Let's be back to P17 then. Oh wow. She's going to go through me. I've even been overtaken by Marusha. That's not good news. Okay, so it's going to be a fight with the back markers then apparently in this final stint. Going to go to primes. Look like it was going to be points, but look at those tyres, very, very red indeed. Definitely should have pitted last lap, but I thought I might be able to get away with one more lap, and I pretty much did. Just not quite all the way. Got away with the first sector, first half of the lap really.
The track is clear, track is clear.
So, very much at the back of the grid now then.
You have no more scheduled
too much speed in there.
so look after your tyres.
Look at the temperatures. Rear's a bit warm on the fronts, as usual, because of the ease of which the rears warm up with just a bit of power. Should be a monster the Marusha ahead of me though, hopefully. I'm usually a lot quicker than them, 2 seconds at the moment.
The gap to the car ahead is around 2 seconds.
So this should be who I'm having a fair battle with. Oh, that was very wide. So I should be having a fair battle with this Marusha. I shouldn't be much quicker than I should struggle to catch up. And when I do, I should struggle to overtake, but I suspect that probably isn't the case. I'm expecting to actually monster him because of the pace difference, which shouldn't be there, but it is. Into 7th. Brakes pretty early as well. Look at that, I'm already now within a second. 1.7, which was 2 seconds after the first sector. So I've gained over a second in a single sector, and look at this now, all over his back. Using his slipstreams well on this corner, which I can afford to do because you don't need downforce for this corner really. Might be out this wide, but no, get away with it. Horrible line through there. Pretty much get away with it though. Too deep there, way too deep, but again, get away with it. Haven't used enough curves. Go to Rich just to make sure I can get this guy, but should be nice and comfortable. There's my teammate there. Take it a wide line to allow my teammate to sneak through on the inside. He does indeed manage to stay ahead of Bianchi. Going to standard now, and that's maybe up to P16 only. Out of 20 though, 2 cars must have gone out. Oh, look at this. Ridiculous. And a much better front end than I expected to have. So we'll see how close we can get to the fastest lap on the next lap. We'll finish this lap and then we'll go to Rich see what we can do. So look at that temperature there, the front left particularly is quite warm. I don't even really care if I don't get to the end on these tyres, to be honest, because I should be able to beat the cars behind fairly easily. It's not a huge worry for me. Tyres are nice and not cool, but then just the temperature I need them now.
The car behind is on standard
Way too
revs.
early.
Car behind
Big
is
corner
running
cut.
standard revs.
Oh well, Vettel does the fastest lap then, a 38.8, that's my goal. Won't be able to get anywhere near that. Oh, very wide. But I can do my best. 41.5 is my current best, so 38.8, I don't think I'm going to get anywhere near that. I'm usually about 2 seconds off the pace, so that would need to be, what's that, a 40.1? 40.8, sorry. Another corner cut, needs to not do that on this next fast lap. Oh, I don't use any curves. Too busy concentrating on thinking about the next lap. At least enables me to get a quick start to the lap. 42.0 was that last lap then, so I need to gain quite a bit with this next lap. We'll be pushing hard, 9.2 still ahead, not going to catch him. Braking hard, bring it into the apex nicely, get on the throttle as best I can. Don't want to be that wide on the curb, but winded up being out there. Through the gears, still on rich, and horrible line again through there, wind up cutting the corner. Actually purple, first sector. 3/10 of my previous. I won't be getting a purple lap, don't worry about that.
We're 5 seconds ahead of Bianchi, 5 seconds.
5 seconds ahead of Bianchi, they're very wide there, lost time, but 5 seconds ahead of Bianchi.
We might need to think
It's
about
gone quick, isn't it?
fuel mix mode 2 in the next few laps.
I overtook him, what, 1 lap ago? Use the rest of my curves down here. Maximise my speed, best I can. Hopefully I can at least get into the 40s. Actually get slowed down quite nicely if that corner wasn't great though, could do braking a bit early next time. I'm a second up my previous, so that's on for a 41.0 at least, which is good. So this is not been a great race, I just hope Grosjean doesn't score some serious points. But like I said, it doesn't really matter. I think Hulkenberg probably will score a point, but again, unless they score silly points by getting like a couple of wins or something ridiculous, should be okay. A bit wide there. Too deep, way too deep, missed my apex. Couldn't get on the throttle early either. Let's do a 40.7 then, so indeed 2 seconds a lap off Vettel, which is what I've been. Oh, actually shifted up again, which is what I'll be, what I have been for pretty much every race so far, about 2 seconds a lap off the leaders, apart from the occasional race like Suzuka. Oh, there's a car wide there. What's happened there? What's going on there? He just sort of stopped. He's actually out now, it's gone down to 15 the people. That's a whole line again, too busy concentrating on, I think it's a Williams.
We're running just ahead of where we expected to be. Keep pushing.
Actually, I'm now in 15th, which is ahead of my target, which is good. Helps for the XP and also for whether my team's going to sign me or not. I've actually already been offered a contract from Caterham though, which is good. Never quite got to the apex there. The tyre wet. Should be okay. Like I said, I'm not too worried. I've got enough gap on the guys behind to not worry me too much about the tyre wear. So it's about 6 seconds to still ahead then. It's too deep there, and the rear end never settled. So let's have a look at the, so people have been saying the temperature makes a big difference to tyre wear, and I believe it does, but the tyres do naturally heat up as you go around the corner. If you're pushing, and you go around a fast left-hander quickly, the front right is going to get hotter. There's not a lot you can do about that. It's just being used and abused. Like the thermal cam we've seen in real Formula 1, the tyres get the heat only when they're in the corners. So I think it's not, doesn't really matter. That temperature just gives you an indicator of what is wearing the tyres when, but it's pretty common sense that you use the tyres by pushing. Don't push, take it easy, cruise around, and you won't use the tyres. Yes, that is linked to temperature, but that's kind of just linked to how the temperature is also linked to how you push. So it's not really a, it's just an early indicator, I think, to what how you're wearing your tyres is the temperature indicator. So if the front left is constantly overheated, it's going to wear quickly. Before, I guess then you would know that before it actually wears. But you probably know that anyway. If I was, for example, this corner, if I was always putting in ridiculous steering angles, I would always know that it's going to be wearing like a like a fish. No, got no saying. Wearing a lot is what I mean. As I'm yabbering on now, getting a bit bored to be honest. I've gone wide onto the marbles. Getting a bit bored now, cruising this car to the end. Making mistakes, but I don't really care. There's no chance of catching the car ahead. And there's pretty much no chance of being attacked from behind. Tyres are quite warm, but I haven't really looked after them either. A bit wide there again. And this, you hear the marbles still kicking up on my tyres, which isn't good. Hope that doesn't happen the whole race. I've known that happen before. You touch a couple of marbles, and of course it makes this noise when you touch them. But then it continues for the whole race, which is rather annoying. So if it doesn't do that. Yeah, what I was saying, actually this is proof that I struggle to, when I'm doing league races particularly, struggle to keep my attention. My attention, I guess it's my attention going when I'm coming up in the lead or such like. So easy to just have a lapse in attention and wind up in the wall. So I'm on to a 43.7 now. That's probably mostly because I'm not paying attention. Look at that brake way too early. Horrific line through there. How not to do a corner. Yeah, so league races particularly, obviously, right now it doesn't really matter, but league races, you have got quick guys behind you, even if you're 20 seconds in the lead. That can quite easily come down if you make a mistake, so it's really hard to keep your attention going. Unless you're actually battling with someone, then yeah, you can obviously do that because you're determined, but to keep motivation going when you're this far in no man's land and just driving round in circles pretty much, it's quite difficult. I actually not got the marbles that time though, which is good. Changing my cars down here again, why not? Still got this lap and 2 more to go, still a little way to go unfortunately. The tyres are quite worn, so I did need to wait that extra lap I'd say, but mind you I haven't been careful on them at all, have I really? I've been abusing them, but I've not been careful on them. I've been worrying about it at all. 2 seconds up my previous, but previous is pretty awful. So 10 seconds to the next car, and how long to the next car back? It's going to be about 10 seconds, there we go. So I'm in 20 seconds of track with no one but me. Good. And this gap will get bigger and bigger because I'm faster than the car behind, but slower than the car ahead. So by the end I've probably been like 30 seconds worth of no man's land. So this is probably where I should be if the game is more accurate. If I was say half a second a lap quicker, maybe less than the back markers, this is where I should be, shouldn't it? Not able to catch the cars ahead, but also quicker than the cars behind. So interesting, but it's pretty boring, isn't it? So I'm quite grateful that the Caterham's got a bit too much speed, so I'm able to battle with the cars ahead. Half a second up in previous, that was just because of that cleaner first corner. A bit wide, they're very wide on the penultimate lap now, it's just this one more to go. And those tyres are not healthy. Not healthy at all. Too deep on the marbles again, right out onto the marbles. And I believe the tinkering noise, I guess, the marbles hitting the car. I believe it did stop before that, and now they're happening again because I've just gone over more marbles. Brake too late, I had to keep it straight for longer than I would have liked to allow the car to settle while I'm braking. Take a second to turn it in. 12 seconds to the next car ahead, or the next car behind. Probably 11 I would say. Oh no, it's 12. Amazing. Yeah, these tyres are starting to go off now quite badly. I expect I'll be in similar problems towards the end of this race as I was towards the end of the last stint, but 12-second gap to the car behind. I should hopefully be okay. So if I would have pitted early and kept that position, I would have lost it now anyway. Because right now with this tyre wear, I'd have had 2 laps left to go and they're pretty screwed. So I've had to be so careful on them. Too deep. Got away with it just about. I quite like the fact that I think the marbles build up. I think in the last game they didn't really build up that much. They was pretty much just there in the beginning, I think, more or less. It didn't really build up too much, but in this game I think they start clean, the track starts clean, and it really does build up marbles, which is good to see. 13 seconds after the card, really just cruising around now. I'm even resting my elbows on my my office chair. Just chilling, driving a Formula 1 car. Vettel comes across the line to take the win. Probably way too early for that corner. And yep, these tyres are going to be gone. Hopefully in the final sector though, not before. Of course, it was just the end of this straight where they really went, my rear tyres. We'll see if it happens again. Temperature's about right. We'll see, we'll break at a normal point. Got away a bit. Went deeper, didn't I? I think I could just get to the end, it should be alright. I have a second down on previous though, but these tyres are not good. 14 seconds to the car ahead, and it'll be 13, I think it's the car behind. If that. Yep, 13. Here we go then, so Vettel is already world champion. I suspect Red Bull are now probably Constructors' Championship as well. We'll find out in just a minute. So the tyres didn't go off sort of quite so badly, but if I had to do another lap now, I would be stuffed, so good job I didn't pit one lap early. Nice full spin to the line, and there we go. 45 to end the race, 5 seconds slower than I was on fresh tyres. There we go, 15th then only. Still past my objective though, of 16th. It's good to see they're not increasing the objective. In the last game, if you won a race, they were expected to be like 4th in the next race, but of course it's just like my Monza win was just a one-off, wasn't it? So it's good to see that they aren't increasing the objectives so much as depending on results now, which is good. So, like I said, Vettel took the win, and actually, Grosjean went out. Hamilton went out. Oh, Hamilton was ahead of me. Was Grosjean ahead of me? What was I? Massa I was ahead of. Oh, what happened to Massa? Perez, I think. What was I? 7th? Massa ended up down in 9th. I think I was ahead of Button. I think I would have been 6th then if my tyres didn't go off, but there we go. So who else I'm battling with? Button and Perez, they scored solid points. They're probably both going to be ahead of me now. Let's have a look. No.
Puts you in 8th position in the Drivers' Championship.
Keeps me in 8th, but look at that. It's about 9 points, isn't it, between Grosjean and me, and a little bit more between Button. So it looks like I might be able to hold on to 8th position unless they score ridiculous amounts in the next race, or you know, I need to score some points really. Constructors' Championship then, 6th place. There we go. Pretty much guaranteed. Now, is it one race left to go, of course? Pretty much guaranteed. Sauber there, Caterham rather, going to keep 6th ahead of Sauber. So what's that? 46 points, is it? Yeah, 46 points ahead. So in fact, that's already it. You can only score 43 points with a 1-2. You can score 43 points. So 46 points. We are already guaranteed 6th place in the championship. So that's good. Very good news for next season, hopefully. And that's about it then. So watch celebrations. I would actually be disappointed, but I'm celebrating because I achieved my objective. And that's about it for this race. So hopefully then I can have a bit more of a fun race for the final race in Brazil next. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.